Roy, I'm not real, but I do exist. This is a Kirkdale take on Philip Larkin's This Be Diverse. It's called Play the Whistle, and it's for everybody who thinks they had a normal upbringing. Daniel's phone vibrates. He already knows it's his mum, as she's the only one who actually calls him. Mum, I'm going out soon, son, so turn everything off if you're going anywhere. Don't be having anyone round. I've left your tea on the side. All you've got to do is warm it up. Make sure you turn the oven off as well. Mum, I know. I'm not going to burn the house down. I do this all the time. Don't get hard-faced with me. I'm not getting hard-faced. I'm just saying. When will you be back? I won't be long. Don't let your dad hear you talking like that. Mum, my dad's not going to hear me talk like anything, is he? Well, I think he is. How is he, Mum? He died over a year ago. Daniel, I'm going out. Tidy your room before I get back. Daniel's starting to worry about his mum. She's acting like his dad's still alive. They were never really a family that talked about things anyway, but her complete refusal to even acknowledge that he's not here anymore is starting to freak him out. No one ever really knew what to say about anything, so they just denied the majority of their feelings on pretty much everything. Alexa, play the music of Super Mario Kart. Sorry, I cannot find the music to Supermarket Sweep. Oh, for fuck's sake, Alexa, forget it. Stop. Daniel is distracted by the doorbell ringing. It's probably his mum forgot her keys and her phone. It isn't. It's a delivery for him. It's his new vape. Alexa, play Eminem, Slim Shady. I hoped you'd be more Kevin Sheedy than Slim Shady, son. Oh, all right, Dad. How's it going? I'm sound. I'm not sure about that vape, though. Well, it's not like you're in a position to do anything about it, is it? I would if I was still alive. But mind you, I don't think you'd be being that cheeky if I was still alive. I don't know, you know. You left all that to me ma, didn't you? You were more of a mate than a dad. My ma was always like, don't let your dad find out. Leave your dad alone, he's been working. But you usually just joined in with me, didn't you? What was all that about, Dad? Mixed messages? I'll tell you what, it's a miracle I haven't ended up confused. I'm actually the opposite of confused. I'm a fucking miracle, me. Playing The Real Slim Shady by Eminem. And there it is, a microcosm of the whole family system. Just shut down and bail when it gets tough. Alexa, stop. I can't be arsed with you either. His phone buzzes away. It seems everyone wants a bit of him since his dad died, especially since the money came through. He bought a few of his mates a PlayStation 5 each. He's kind like that. People have started asking him for things. He agrees, then realises he can't stick to everything. He's reluctant to say no. Like, there's too many thoughts in his head at one time. What if this and what if that? He's always tired, but he has trouble sleeping. He's taken to just playing games on the PS for hours on end. His longest so far is 21 hours. He took Halifax Town to Champions League glory, beating PSG 3-0 in the final. Alexa, play He's forgotten the name of the song. He used to listen to it on SoundCloud all the time. Alexa tends to help him out anyway. People-pleasing is rooted in poor self-esteem. People engage in people-pleasing behaviour because they don't value their own desires and needs due to a lack of self-confidence. People-pleasers have a need for external validation, and they may feel that doing things for others will lead to approval and acceptance. Their well-being is based on what others think of them. This is especially common in family systems where parents have been emotionally unavailable. Alexa, stop that shit now. Daniel doesn't understand why people do all that. He feels made up for himself, that you wouldn't catch him doing it. His phone rings and saves him from overthinking it. Mum, where are you? I'm here, at home, where you left me. But what are you doing? I'm playing on my game. I'm going to clean my room when I finish this. We'll just go down and check the windows are shut. Our Julie said the house in the next street got burgled the other week. Our Julie talks fucking shit. Daniel, I won't tell you again. Watch your mouth. Mum, me dad's been talking to me through the Alexa. I'm running late, so just make sure you have your tea. I won't be long. Ta-ra. Bring me something in to eat, please. I've left your tea there for you. All you've got to do is throw it in the oven. I know, but I can't. Why? Because my dad's been talking to me through the Alexa. Daniel, I've told you about this. Pack it in. I've got to go. I'll see you later. Alexa, just play fucking Oasis, Live Forever. Maybe. Oh, don't you fucking start. My mum's burning my head out, Dad. She's doing her best, son. Separation anxiety can feel like recurrent and excessive stress about anticipating or being away from loved ones. Constant worry about losing someone close to you to an illness or a disaster. Constant worry that something awful will happen to you or them. All right, stop. So that does explain a few things. His dad died before Daniel was born, when his mum was a child. His dad reckons his granddad was bad on the ale, but my ma said he had cancer or something. She thinks everything's going to go wrong. She's terrified of everything. Daniel's adamant he won't be like that when he grows up. No chance. Anyway, lad, Oasis is shite. Didn't I tell you what happened? I chased that, that Liam one. I chased him once down Duke Street. Remember? I'm not bothered, Dad. This is one conversation I wish we had when you were alive. I like what I like, and all that shit I said I liked, I only said it because you like it. Like what? Genesis and that? The crap? Look, son, you can like whatever you want. I'm not bothered, mate. Well, I don't know what I like, Dad. What do you mean? I've just never really thought about it. Go on, son, put Oasis on. You do what you want. I've got to go. You wouldn't believe it, mate, but this place where I am, Maradona's here. And he's a really good lad, he likes Deacon Blue. We just spend hours sitting around laughing at Peter Shilton. Who's Peter Shilton? Oh, don't worry, there's nowhere near as good as Nev. I'll speak later or whenever. See ya. And there he goes. Footy. When all else fails, footy. Daniel doesn't even think he likes footy all that much. Social conditioning is the sociological process of training individuals in a society to act or respond in. Alexa, piss off. Probably got a point though. Daniel's arm fella was a writer. It was just stories and that. They were alright. Then he started to do gigs, supporting bands. Daniel thought it was really cringe. He was about 40 at the time, his dad. Some kids in his school saw him support their mate's band, and word got out. They all loved it, but Daniel wasn't into it. Then a stage play came. It was really bad, but people came to see it. Loads of people. It sold out every night and got great reviews. Then he ended up writing a comedy that went on the telly. It was a sitcom about the lives of people who go to a meditation class. He was probably just taking the piss out of their Julie. Then there was a daft film, ended up on Netflix, a rom-com about a woman bus driver who ends up getting married to another woman who keeps trying to bunk on her bus. He won awards. He had a TikTok account that had pure followers. It was something to do with his agent or his mate, Brian Scanlon. He just wanted to be associated with someone who was potentially going to be famous though, Brian. He threw a street party years ago, claiming to have won the lottery. Everyone knew where Brian got his money from, but as usual, nobody said anything. No one ever does. And not much changed for them really, they stayed in the same house. Daniel could have had a few more trackies and games, but that was about it. But he's gone a bit mad since his dad died. His ma's been flashing the cash, Marxie's scrans. Fuck knows when it's going to run out. Sure, they could have had a bigger and better gaff, but what's the point? Their meths are hard, and being a meth never really leaves you. Daniel was oblivious at the time, but when his mum used to take him over the park with a portion of chips and class it as a picnic, it was because she could only scramble £1 together. She hid how poor they were. Daniel didn't have a clue, but he did wonder where his dad was. The same as when she'd taken the library and read to him. He loved it, but he was unaware that they were only there because it was free. She did a good job of protecting him back then, but he really does wish she'd turn it in a bit now. Alexa, play Golden Brown by, who is it again? The Stranglers' Son is right. You heard this when you were in my taxi. What a tune. Better than that other shite you've been listening to. Where were you, Dad? When my mum didn't have enough money to make me a proper tea. Come on, son. You know I was working 7 days a week in that taxi. You get some weird bastards in there, you know. All that stuff I ended up writing, you don't think I made it up, do you? We could have talked about this when I was alive, you know. We couldn't though, could we, Dad? Because you worked all week. I was at school, and you were never there. And when you were, I got told not to bother you because you were tired. I was scared to say anything. Playing Golden Brown by the Stranglers. That's what happens here. Everyone just bails when there's something to be said. Mum trying to pretend everything's okay. Dad cracking a shit joke about something completely irrelevant. They'll say his upbringing was perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but normal. What does that even mean? Daniel never went hungry. He never got battered. He went on holiday. He had a PlayStation. It's more about what didn't happen than what did. It was obvious his mum and dad didn't love each other. He once overheard his dad say he'd stay with his mum until Daniel was 18, then he'd get off. Waffled some nonsense about being old school and not believing in broken homes. Daniel feels terrible for thinking it, but he's convinced that his mum is relieved that his dad's dead. Not glad, just comforted by the fact that she doesn't have to live in a house with somebody she doesn't particularly like anymore. In a confusing way, he gets where she's coming from. It just felt intense when they were all together. It's probably why he's an only child. Daniel's convinced that they regret having him. They were kids themselves. He's absolutely certain though that it has not affected him in any negative way. He feels like the sane one. Playing Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. Alexa, stop. Fucking no chance. Daniel reckons it's great having a device that can tune into the afterlife, so you get to talk to your dead half fella. But it does have its downsides. Goes a bit mad and plays random shite music from before he was born. It's never anything decent. He doesn't want to fuck about with it though in case, well, you know. He often wonders whether anyone else can do this. What if everyone is able to access the other side, but no one says anything for fear of getting buzzed off? Sounds about right. What will people think? That's the problem, isn't it? Everyone's too arsed about what others will think. His mum was too worried about what his dad would think. His dad was too worried about what all his mates would think. But Daniel says he's not bothered. He doesn't care. He does what he wants. He thinks everyone else is too arsed. He wants everyone to know that he's not arsed. Proclaims life hasn't affected him in that way. Daniel recently started watching things he knew his dad liked. Doesn't know why. Sopranos, boring. He swerved it after one episode. The Wire, slow as fuck, nothing happened, chipped it. Tried to watch a subtitle film, couldn't keep up with it. Reading the bottom of the screen while trying to watch the rest of it, not for him. Aside from watching stuff, he doesn't know what else his dad was into. Never seen him read a book, so it all felt a bit mad when he started writing. No one thought anything of it. Next minute, he's fucking on magazines and websites and that. Ended up on telly. People recognised him sometimes. One of Daniel's teachers saw him on one of those panel shows. That was the one where he got him on the front of the papers, because Brian, his mate or agent, whatever he is, he fucking ended up hitting that Ian Islop fella. Brian was just desperate to be famous. He ended up jealous of Daniel's dad. He was starting to earn good money within the law, which is something Brian has never managed to do. It's likely he tried to ruin it for him on purpose. Everyone knew Brian was a lunatic, but Daniel's dad wanted to impress him. He was also too scared to say no to him. You don't want to piss Brian off. Emotional boundaries include separating your feelings from others' feelings. Violations include taking responsibility for others' feelings. Letting others' feelings dictate your own blah, 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 blah. Have a fucking day off. Daniel considers unplugging the device, but is distracted by thoughts of people who do that kind of thing for a job. Counsellors and that. Don't they get fucking bored of it? Just thinking about things all the time. Daniel decided a long time ago that wasn't for him. What's the point? People live, they die. In between, they wake up, try and enjoy the day, then go to sleep again. That's all he wants to do. Things don't really affect him the way they affect other people. He just wants to get on with it. He saw a counsellor once, but it wasn't for him. He felt pretty sure that she was trying to get him to say he hated his mum and dad, and that done his head in. He ended up getting suspended from school once. Some kid was giving him grief, asking him about his dad and all that, and he ended up whacking him over the head with a toilet seat. But he didn't even get suspended, he just put it down to him grieving, sent him to a counsellor. He kept saying to her, how can I be grieving if I don't know what grief is? He just wanted to get on with things. What else do they expect him to do, sit in a room crying? There are 5 main ways in which the disassociation of psychological process changes the way a person experiences living. These are depersonalization, derealization, amnesia, identity confusion, and identity alteration. Look, I'm gonna fucking throw you out the window soon. Daniel just told the woman he was different. Loads of questions. When could he remember first feeling that way? He didn't know, he couldn't remember. One thing did stick out to him though. It was before they had money. He couldn't recall what happened, but him and his mum had to go and stay at a neighbour's house. He's sure it won't have been anything bad. When they woke up the next morning, he remembers this weird thing that happened. He realised though eventually that it wasn't weird, which made it even fucking weirder for him. This house they were in, the neighbours, was quiet, it was peaceful. It was nothing like their house of a morning. They just run round mad looking for stuff. His ma got up late, his dad got up early, they'd shout over each other. Where's the keys? No brekkie, just noise, screaming, where's this, where's that? Get out the fucking back room, hurry up. These though, Jackie and their 2 kids, Paul and Joseph, they got up on time. Their uniforms were washed and ironed. They sat quietly at the table. Daniel found it unnerving and mad that they even had a table. But here's the best bit. They had all different brekkies. A fucking selection. Toast in a metal rack. Fruit in a bowl. A fucking bowl! Yogurt, orange juice, tea in a pot, lad. A pot. All variety of cereal boxes. It was like being in a film. One of those crazy American films. He couldn't believe it. He just presumed every house in their street was like theirs. He liked it in there, but the counsellor started asking what things were missing, and he couldn't be arsed with them, making out like they were weirdos. Daniel thought it was Jackie and the 2 lads who were weirdos. Odd little ginger kids they were. They ended up moving to the South End, fucking Dingle or something. Never seen them since. Probably went to university, something like that. They were the sort of kids who watched Blue Peter. He probably ended up watching Doctor Who. A choice of breakfast, man. Mad. He goes to the cafe most mornings. But fucking hell, he'd never seen anything like what he saw in their house. He can't remember the exact details, but he can remember how it felt. He just felt normal, but a different kind of normal. Daniel browses Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. He watches clips from people like Andrew Tate, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, People, you just don't know what to believe these days. But Daniel believes himself. He knows you can find anything online that'll agree with whatever you think. He often tells his mum, "Don't worry, ma, these knobheads can't influence me. Not a chance." As if. My own Al fella couldn't even get me to listen to his music. I do things my own way. I always have. His mum really worries about him. He actually shouts out loud when Donald Trump appears on the screen. "None of you fucking pedos are telling me how to behave." And then he hears his dad laughing. "What are you laughing at, Dad? You like Pink Floyd because your mates do." "Son, that trackie you've got on now, you've only got it because Brian had it." "No, I didn't. I knew you'd think that. I liked it anyway before he had it." "Hold on a minute. How do you know what trackie I've got on? Can you see me?" "I can see everything from up here." "Everything?" "Everything." Shit. Anyway, I'm just saying that I do my own thing. You know that. What about that timeline of Messi had his arm in a plaster and you pretended to your ma that you broke your arm because you wanted a bandage on your wrist for PE that day? "No, Dad, I had a sore arm." "Dad, how come we never sat down and had breakfast together?" "Because life isn't a sitcom, son. Those sorts of things don't happen in real life." "Well, that's funny coming from you. You could have still got us different cereals in. Playing Trouble by Coldplay. Dad, you still there?" "I thought not. I actually don't mind this song. People with avoidant personality disorder have chronic feelings of inadequacy and are highly sensitive to being negatively judged by others. Here is a list of symptoms associated with avoidant personality disorder: a strong need to be well liked, anxiety in social situations, a lack of assertiveness, misinterpreting neutral situations as negative." Daniel listens to the list as it goes on and on. He takes it all in. He just doesn't understand why people would be like that. His phone comes to life again. "Mum, I'm on my way back, son. Do you need anything?" "Yeah." "Cereal." "What? Breakfast cereal? Get 2, please. Cornflakes and Rice Krispies." "Okay, I'll stop off on the way. I didn't even know you like cereal." "I don't."